Every project we need to analyze cost benefit analysis. Costs include development cost, setup cost and operational cost. For example, if you buy an air conditioner, the development cost will be the manufacturing cost. Setup cost is the money spent for installation, that is for buying copper wires, manpower. Operational cost is the money spent on the electricity. So we have to first identify the cost, also the benefits, that is the returns of the project, and we need to check whether the benefits are greater than the cost. There are few categories in which you can analyze the project. The first is the net profit. So when you see net profit, the initial investment that we have to give is 1 lakh rupees at the year, the 0th year, which is your investment, hence it is indicated with a negative sign. And when you take the first year, you get a returns of 10,000. The second year you get a returns of 10,000, and in third year it is again 10,000. The fourth year it is 20,000, and in the fifth year you get a returns of 1 lakh. So net profit in the sense you sum up all the cash flow starting from your investment till the lifespan of the project. So the net profit, it should be always greater, it should be a positive value. So net profit in the sense it is sum of all the cash flows up to the lifetime of the project. It must be a positive value. The next category of analyzing the project is payback period. Payback period indicates the time taken or in how many years you can pay back your initial investment. So when you take the initial investment is 1 lakh rupees, and in the first year you will get a 10,000, second year 10,000, and third year 10,000, and in the fourth year it is 20,000. So what you have to do is you need to pay back the initial investment. So when you can see in the 0th year, the 1 lakh will be as such as your debt, and in the first year you get 10,000 as return, so you can pay it. So remaining amount to be paid back is 90,000, and in the second year your returns is 10,000, so you pay back the 10,000, so the remaining money to be paid is 80,000. So likewise, in how many years you can pay back your initial investment. So for this particular project it is 4, and only in the 5th year you can pay, which means in 4.5 years you can pay back your initial investment. So you need to select a project which has a lower payback period. Payback period should be less. The next category of analyzing project is return on investment. So it is given with a formula. Return on investment is equal to the average annual profit by total investment into 100. So in the previous example we saw the net profit is 50,000. So since it is average annual profit, the total lifespan of the project was 5 years. So 50,000 divided by 5 will be the average annual profit, which is 10,000. And total investment is the initial investment at the year 0, which is 1 lakh. So 10,000 divided by 1 lakh into 100, which is 10%. So you need to select a project which has a greater return on investment. The next category of analyzing project is the net present value. I have given a scenario, that is, if I give you $100, now you could put it in a savings account and get interest on it. If the interest rate was 10%, how much would I have to invest now to get $100 in a year's time? This tells you the present value of 100. So only in 1 year time you will get 100, which means what should be the amount to be interested right now to get $100 in 1 year at an interest rate of 10%. So this tells the present value. So you need to analyze the present values of all the future cash outflows. So to calculate the present values, first you should know the discount factor. So discount factor is given by the formula 1 divided by 1 plus r the whole power t, where r is the interest rate and t is the number of years. In case if R is 10 and in the first year the discount factor will be 1 divided by 1 plus R in the sense 10 percentage, so 10 by 100 in the sense it is 0.10, the whole power t. Since t is 1, it's 1 year, so t is equal to 1, so discount factor is 0.9091. In the case if the rate is 10 percentage and if it is 2 years, so t takes this particular t takes the value 2, so the discount factor will be 0.8294. So this discount factor is being calculated using the Fawcett formula. So discount factors for the first year it is 0.9091, for the second year it is 0.8264. Similarly, when t equal to 3, you substitute in the formula, you will get 0.7513 for the third year. For the fourth year it is 0.6830. For the fifth year it is 0.6209. So these returns, that is the first year up to the fifth year, that is these returns, that is the future value. So for this future value you need to calculate the present value, so that you have to multiply the future value by the discount factor to get the present value. So for the first year you get present value is 9091 for the future value 10,000, which means you have to invest 9091 for 1 year at the rate of 10 percentage to get 10,000. So when you take the fourth year, you are getting a benefit return of 20,000. So how many rupees or the dollars you should invest to get 20,000 in 4 years? So this gives the value. So you need to invest 13,660 at 10 percentage rate, and the number of years is 4 years to get 20,000 as returns. So whether the money is worth now, that is the present values. So you need to calculate the present values of all the future values, okay? And since it is net present value, you need to sum up all the present values and you will get a net present value. So net present value should always be a positive value. Only then you can get profit to the company, which means company's value will be increased when you take up this particular project. So NPV is the sum of the discounted cash flows for all the years of the project. So when you take 618, the previous example, you got the NPV as 618, which means you will get $618 more than the money invested. So for example, you had a 10 percentage rate. If I increase the discount rate to 12 percentage, definitely the present value will be decreased, so the net present value will drop. So you will not get a value 618. So you will get a value which will be lesser than 618 when I increase the discount rate. So what you have to know is, so when you increase the discount rate, NPV will decrease. You need, suppose if you have two projects with two different NPVs, which you should prefer, in the sense the project which has a greater NPV should be selected.